The population. Population is a pivotal, means important element of these social studies. The development of a country is completely depending on these populations. So generally sometimes we have to face some problems. Blindly we have to say that one. What is this one? That is the main problem of that issues is population growth. Why? Because the population is increased. It is the causes for the scarcity of food, scarcity of employment, scarcity of these cloth, scarcity of proper employment. So we can say this, that is the population growth of this country. Why? Because that country is very slowly developing. Some countries are fastly developing. It is rapidly developing. We can say blindly that is the population growth. But the populations, it can has a lot of information. So according to these population in India, 92% of these people are engaged. They are in unorganized employees. 92% of these populations in our country unorganized. They are engaged in unorganized. Just only 8% of these people are organized. The 8% of these people are engaged into these organized. So people they are engaged in the various activities. What is this one? Where they are living, they can do some work and to run their families. So in these different types of these people are living in our country. So how do we get these? So according to these, who will give this information? The number of people in a country, according to these country, they are giving information about these total populations in a country. In these, how many members of these are male members, how many members are females, the number of children in a population. In these, how many members are educated, how many members are employed, how many members are these unemployed, how many members are self-employed. So we can understand in these population. Who give this one, this information? The information is giving regarding to this country is a census. Census. What is a census? Census is a one kind of census is a process of these systematically requiring information about these population given. What is my census means is a systematically requiring information is given by these populations in our country. That is called census. In these, the number of males, number of females, the number of children in a population. In these, how many members are educated, how many members are employed, how many members are unemployed. So all these are information is giving the census report. Literacy rate and their economical conditions, education, religion, regions, all these are information is giving the census. So who will conduct this information? Who will record this information? So in our country, Register General and the Census Commissions of India to recording this information in our country. According to these Register General and Census Commission, they are basically to discuss and to get the information about of these populations in a country. What is this one? Status, socio-economical status. In this, census is very important. Why? Because why do we need the census report? Depending on these report, the government will take the action and they will prepare some plan how to right the poverty, how to eradicate unemployment, how to we will get the good education. On this report, the government is preparing welfare program for the development of human being in a country. For this, education, what is the basic need for the peoples in our country? So education is need. Next, health and the occupation. Based on these three main concepts, they will get the information and to submit to these government. In this, basically, the census, it will show that factors. What is this one? What does the census shows? The census will show age structure, literacy rate, sex ratio, working populations in a country. What does the census detail shows? The census can show the age structure, literacy rate, sex ratio and working population. Now we come to these point. We will discuss about these one by one. So age structure means based on these age structures, the census is divided to these age structure in broadly three categories. In these, children, working age people and aged people. Children means 0 to 15 years peoples, those who are living in our country, we call to them children. They are completely depending on their parents. Next to working age peoples mean 15 to 59 years aged peoples, we call them male and females, we call them working age peoples. They can do the work and they earn the money, and to what they will want. They will service to their children and their elders. So completely children and age people is completely depending on these working age people. For example, our parents, mean your parents. So what you want? For example, you want a stationery, clothes or whatever. You are depending on these your parent, but you are not earning yourself. You are not buying yourself. Why? Because these are working age people. The children is not a working age people. What is their role? They want to read and learn something new from these society, but they are physically not supposed to do the work. So that's why children is depending on these their parents. Means the parents are below 15 to 59 years old, male and females. So this is next to aged peoples. Aged peoples means above 59 years old. Above 59 years old. Those who have the above 59 years old peoples, we call to them aged peoples. Actually, those who are the peoples is engaged in organized sectors. After the 59 years, they will retire and they will get some pensions from the government, and what they want they will get with this. But in agriculture sector, there is no retirement. They will continue their work after the 59 years. Now you know this one. Actually, we are your parents, your grandparents also now they are continuing their work in their agriculture, because of in agriculture there is no retirement. Okay, now next to those who are engaged in organized sectors, the peoples they will retire at the age of 59 years old. So this is one. Next, literacy rate. Second one is the literacy rate. So what is literacy rate? A person's above these 7 years and above, those who will read and write and understanding in their own language, we called literacy rate. Literacy rate means a person's above 7 years old, they can read and write in their own language and understanding is called the literacy rate. According to this literacy rate, so literacy is a key of this socio-economic progress in the country. Literacy means education. It is a key of this socio-economic progress in the country. So education is very important. Now you know this one. State and central government in every year they are expending lot of money on these education. Now government schools, government colleges, government universities, everything is running by this government. So why? Because education is a key of this socio-economic progress in a country. With the help of education, we have to reach our goal. So that's why education is very important. So according to this 1947, the education rate in our India just only 12%. In 2001, 64.84%. According to this census report, 2011, 74.04% of these literacy rate in our country. In these, 84.14% of these men members, the women members are 65.46% of literacy rate in our country. Why? Because education is very important. How do we get this report? Now we know this one. The government of India will once in a 10 years they will collect this information. Once in a 10 years they will collect this information. So this is the literacy rate in our country. Next, sex ratio. Mean you know this one. What is sex ratio? Means the number of female for the 1,000 male in a country. What is my sex ratio means? Difference. The number of females for the 1,000 males in a country is called sex ratio. So according to this sex ratio, in Kerala, 1,040 for the 1,000 male. What is my? For 1,000 male for 1,040 members are the women. In Telangana, according to these 2011 census report, for 1,000 men for 988 women. In America, for 1,000 males for 1,050 members are the women in America. So, according to these, after the independence, our population is rapidly increased. What is the reason for that? What is the reason? Because of after that, the state and central government led some programs to protect the people from the health care. Means revolutions in medicines and developing vaccination to care of these health care. So after that, now we know this one. Government of India, government of the state, they are allotted thousands of crores, hundreds of crores only for the public health. Why? Because the revolutions in these medical. So that's why every year the government is expanding more. Why? Because when we feel happily, when the people are healthy, they can do work. So that's why in these, so at the time of after the independence, generally the sex ratio, it will show the difference between these male and female. Why? Because actually the girl's birth rate is more than to these boys' birth rate. Actually, girls' birth rate is more than to these boys. In a year, 103 girls they are born for the 100 boys. But in these, girls' birth rate is more than to these boys. But why? Because now recently the girls' percentage is decreasing because of there is no security, the people are neglecting, and as well as there is no nutrition food. They are not getting the nutrition food. So that's why the girls' birth rate is decreasing rapidly. So actually they are born 103 members for the 100 boys. But after that, the girls' birth and the life is decreasing. Mortality rate is increased. Why? Because every 1,000 born children, boys were, how many members of these girls are living? So it is very low. Why? Because there is no security, there is no proper health care, there is no proper treatment, early child marriages, and lot of diseases are affecting on this. And the girls is also neglected by the society. They are discriminated by the society. So that is one. Next to working population. The fourth point is working population. Just now we have discussed the working population. The age between of these 15 to 59 years old, they are the working population. They are engaged into these various activities and to do the work and to earn the money. So this is the working population. Next point is changing population in a site. How do the population will change? How it is change? Basically the population is changed in a country or in a region. How do we can understand? So basically the process of these birth, death, migration, it can change the population's size in a area in a country. Why? Because now you see this one, population change. The population at the later date from to subtract the population at the earliest date. It is a population change. So next to population change in a place. How it is? For example, if you have to take a one place, the population is changing. Of course, it is increasing, that is positive. It is decreasing, that is negative process or negative opinion region. So how the population change in a place? So how it is changing? The number of birth plus the number of in-migrate in this region, minus means subtract the number of death plus number of out migration peoples in a country. If it will come the positive number, the population is increased. It will come to this the negative number, the population is decreasing. How the population change in a place? You understand? How is the population change in a place? How it is? Number of birth in a place plus number of in-migration of these place. From this we have to subtract, means minus number of death, means they will pass away, plus number of out migration from our village to another village or from rural to urban. So we have to subtract from these number. It will come these a positive number. We can say that population is increasing. It will come the negative number is called population is decreasing. So in this basically how it is, the population change in a place, birth, death and migration. So why the people are migrating from one place to this another place? For the employment, for the education, for the better wages, for the better health conditions and proper facility. The peoples are migrating. So this is one. Next to population density. What is this one? Population density. What is the population density? The number of peoples they are living in a square kilometer or unit areas is called the population density. What is the population density means? The number of peoples they are living in a square kilometer or unit area is called the population density. According to this the census report 2011, the population density, high population density in India, Bihar. In a square kilometer, how many members are they are living? 1102 members in a square kilometer. The least members are Arunachal Pradesh. In a square kilometer, just only the 17% they are living in a square kilometers. So, according to this 2011 census report in India, the average population density in our country is 382 square kilometer. The peoples in our India, how many months? 382 persons they are living in a square kilometers in a area in our country. The highly density populated country in the India is Bihar. Least density country state in India is Arunachal Pradesh. So this is the lesson about these populations. In now once you see this one, all these are. So how they are rising? Questions on these population. What does the census shows? What does the census shows? So what are the working population? Next to fertility rate. Fertility rate means according to this after 1961 in India fertility rate is 5.9% in India and present 2.7%. Andhra Pradesh and Telangana 1.9% of these fertility rate. Fertility rate means the number of children give the birth a woman in their lifetimes. You understand? Fertility rate means the number of children give birth of the woman in their lifetime is called fertility rate. So according to these after 1961, because after 1961 medical facilities are developed, the revolutions in hospital. So that's why it is controlling, death rate is controlling, birth rate is increasing. But at the time, the women they will give the birth for the children just only 5 to 6 members. But now present 1 or 2, 1 or none. One woman is giving 1 or none or 2 children giving birth for the children. But at the time there is no medical facilities. So the one woman is giving more than 6 members. So that is fertility rate. On this, what is fertility rate? What is census? What is working population? How much percent of literacy rate? So this type of questions will rise on this lesson. Next, how the population changing? So basically the population changes depending on these 3 processes: birth, death and migration. So how do we calculate the positive, the population is increase or decrease. How can we say this one? Population change in a place, number of birth and number of death in migration. From 2 we have to subtract number of death and number of out migration will be say this. So this is one. Thank you.